beauty's not all of it.
Exactly.
There's more than that.
As Latino women, we work really hard.
So if you're thinking about it,
Yes.
just do it.
Go ahead.
Just do it now, because honestly, time is not on your side with this.
Welcome to HCI Podcast, guys. And today we have Lucia, which is Miss Mundo Latina, and she'll also let us know what year. And we also have Melina, who is from Miss East Florida. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is Lucia Mendieta. I'm originally from Ecuador, Guayaquil, and I was crowned as Mrs. Mundo Latina USA 2022. So I was very happy during my reign, and this year I had to give away my crown. So, yeah.
You're beautiful. In my eyes, you're the
you.
queen forever.
Thank you so much. Yes, an amazing experience, by the way. So.
That's great.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melina Thomas. I am a business coach and author, as well as this year's reigning Mrs. East Florida. I'll be competing for Mrs. Florida in 2024, and I'm also an author. So that's a little bit about me.
That is awesome. Wow, we have some fabulous women, and we're going to be talking about some great subjects. I mean, look who I have here, these beautiful ladies. Let's talk about a little bit about you first.
Yeah,
Lucia.
of course. So, well, in my profession, I'm actually an accountant. So I've been doing accounting for more than 10 years, actually. I moved from Ecuador back in 2016. I was living in Atlanta for 4 years. And then we moved here to Florida like 3 years ago or so ago. So it's been very challenging, I think, as Latino women, and just like in general, like all the Latino people, we work really hard. I think we try to work extra hard just because we want to demonstrate that what we're capable of, that we can do the things great, you know, and accomplish all those goals that we have in mind. So I just feel like whenever you look back to what you have gone through, and like my job experience, you know, like from when I started here, and sometimes you have to start back from scratch, and that was something I had to do, and until you get to the point that you know, keep accomplishing things. And I feel very good right now in this point of my life. I'm married. I got married in 2021.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we own a house, so we built it actually here in Florida, which was
great
amazing.
Accomplishment. Absolutely. Gosh.
Yes. So again, you see all those blessings, and then again, kind of like you look back and think, wow, I've done all this with hard work. Yes, I have a great partner in my life, my husband. He's amazing. He has same kind of like goal-oriented as well. And yeah, what we want is like grow our family. Hopefully I can bring my mom here. I really miss her. She's pretty much like from my closest family, the only one left in Ecuador. So I hope she can come soon.
Soon. I'm sure she will. I'm sure. You just keep going, and I know that this perseverance will get her here.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Great story. I mean, and guess what, guys? We're in Hispanic heritage, and I have two professional Latinas. I mean, and I'm one of them as well. But gosh, that's great. Great stories behind everything. Now, Melina, you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my father came from the Dominican Republic when he was 3 years old. My mother was born in New York, but she is of Puerto Rican heritage. And my parents worked so hard to make a good life for themselves and for me. My father served in the military, and my mother was the first person in our family to ever graduate from college. And she became a teacher, and she's actually one of the best. She won Best Teacher in the state of Florida a few years back. So she's incredible. So the stakes were high, expectations were high, but it really pushed me, and I really... I had this desire at a very young age, knowing that I was going to achieve greatness in whatever way that was going to look, and that I had to do well to show my parents that what they did was worth it, and that I could take care of myself and take care of my family as well. So I went to school for media communications and journalism. I'm a communications consultant now. I've been in the business for about 6 years, and I competed in my first pageant ever last year, and it was
great.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I met a lot of amazing women, and it was the first time that I had been in a room with so many powerful women that loved volunteering, that loved their families, and that were also very business oriented. It was the first time for me. And so seeing that, it really inspired me and said, if you put in the work and you prioritize your time, you really can have it all. But
absolutely.
You can.
You can.
But it's going to look a little different for each person. And what is the most, what priorities do you have and what stands out to you? So I didn't win. And I had so many things that I said, if I win, I'm going to do this. If I win, I'm going to do this. And after that, I thought, well, just because I didn't win doesn't mean I still can't do that.
Yeah. That's right.
So that's when I went into finishing my book and getting my first book published, and when I started my own.
Awesome! Congratulations!
Thank you. And then I expanded and started doing public speaking and business coaching and leadership coaching, because these are all things that I wanted to do.
Absolutely.
But I just was scared because no one in my family had done any of this before. And I think
you did.
Yes. And I think a lot of times, especially in the Hispanic community, there's a lot of fear because we don't have so many generations or so many connections or so many people that have been in this country for such a long period of time. So we're scared because we have families to provide for. And so if we fail and we're completely alone and we don't have a backup plan. Yeah. And I want to say that it's worth it. It is worth it. And being the first is scary, but being the first is a privilege.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Gosh, such powerful women in here. I cannot believe it. And to know. Let's talk about the pageant world, because you guys have been in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're experiencing it. And a lot of people want to do it, but sometimes they don't realize what it entails. Let's talk a little bit about that, because I'm sure the world wants to know about this. Because, people think like it's all about beauty and it's simple. But in reality, I took a little test. I was like, wow, a little test on that. Because usually I'm on the other end. Mm-hmm. I'm judging you guys. Mm-hmm. But now to realize, to be able to walk on that walkway, that's a whole different experience in itself. Why don't you guys tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think like growing up, in our different countries, we see that beauty per se, and the biggest platforms like Miss Universe, and you grow up like seeing this beautiful woman going and competing, and you think of that like as, wow, that's something I would like to do. And I think we all thought of that maybe at some point of our lives. Like, I remember seeing the pageants pretty much like every year with my mom, and, like just mingling with the family and thinking, I wish one day I can be there. But I can tell you something about myself, is that growing up, I think I had a little bit low self-esteem, like thinking, well, I was a little bit overweight when I was little. So I grew up like thinking, no, I'm not that pretty, or I'm a little bit overweight, or maybe I won't be like the kind of girl that is going to fit in this kind of pageants.
Right.
So, and I remember even at some point when I finished college, someone told me, oh, you want to compete like in the national pageant? I thought it was a joke. So I never took it seriously. And just as I grew up, I always loved art. I sing, not professionally, but I love singing. So I sang in Ecuador. I sang here when I was in Atlanta, and trying to do it as well here. But I did the pageant because I wanted to connect with more people. I didn't know many people here in Orlando. Right. And I wanted to create those connections, maybe see if I could do something further in that path of the art. And I competed. That was my first pageant. I decided to do it because I said to myself, I want to give myself that opportunity to project myself in front of the world and just like show up what I'm worth. And
absolutely.
I wasn't afraid of, am I in the good weight, or I look, the prettiest or something like that. I just wanted to do it for myself.
And that's exactly right. And that's the way they should do. It's for yourself, not so much, because now it's not about if you're overweight or underweight. They don't look at how thin you are anymore, because they are not wanting someone too thin anymore.
They want something that is they want a completeness within the woman, you know.
Yes.
They of course look for different qualities, and the members of the you know the people that are judging us, they're definitely like looking for someone that can speak very well, that can connect with people, that can transmit a message, that can actually project what the organization wants them.
A good example for their organization.
Exactly.
So, and someone that does a lot for the community as well. So they look at your social media. They see that you're doing great things for the community. I mean, those are important things. It's not just, beauty's not all of it.
Exactly.
There's more than that.
Exactly. And when you asked that question, two things popped in my head. The first being, when you see pageants, you only see 25% of it. You see when they're competing on stage, and if they make it to a certain level, you see them answer their stage question. But before that, there's interview. And for the majority of pageants, that's 50% of the ruling, or 50% of the scoring. And during the interview, they are digging deep. They are looking at what your platform is, what you've done, if you can speak eloquently, if you can represent the organization in a positive and uplifting way, if your values align with the organization's values, and they have done their research, they've looked through your social media, they've seen what you've done, and you really need throughout the year before the competition to take the time to connect with small businesses in the area, to network, to take opportunities, to put yourself out there, and also to do good work. Because if you show up and you've never volunteered with your platform before and you have no idea what you're talking about, they're going to see it.
That is correct.
So
that is correct.
You have to put in the work, and you have to know that the work is not looking pretty. It's what do you stand for, and what difference do you want to make, and what impact do you want to make if you win throughout that year. And they want to have women that have a plan and that have proven to make a difference in the past.
That's correct.
And so there are lots of stories of women entering and winning their first year, but the majority of women have competed multiple times, have really learned. Some have gotten coaches, some have grown throughout, and some women have competed their entire lives and have never won a title. So
that's correct.
It's very difficult, and you never know, depending on the judges panel, what they're looking for exactly, but you know the type of person that they're looking for, and you know the values of the organization. That they're very open about that, so you know kind of what mentality they're looking for. And then secondly, I didn't compete in pageants until I was married, because I felt when I was younger that I wasn't very pretty. I feel like most women,
gorgeous,
most women can, relate to that. And I'm 27. I'm going to be brutally honest. I look the same now than I did when I was 17. I haven't really like my face really hasn't changed. I have grown and matured, but my face, my body hasn't really changed yet. I haven't had kids yet, so I attested to that. So what's the difference? In this past 2 years, I have gotten more compliments from women and just people in general and on my social media, like, oh, you're so beautiful, and da-da-da, more than I ever have in my life. And I haven't changed. I haven't had this huge drastic change. The difference is the confidence that I have.
That's correct.
What do you see? It's like you see the personality, babe. Yes, you see. That's what you like, and it's the love that I have for myself, the love that I have for God, the love that I have for people that people are attracted to. And I haven't changed my face or my body or anything in any drastic way, but I've changed myself. I've changed what I think of myself, and it reads, and people acknowledge that.
That is correct.
And when you think you are beautiful and you treat yourself as a beautiful human being, other people are going to view you that way. I really believe that. And doing pageants has really opened my mind to that, because when I look at myself compete on stage, I can see the insecurity. I can see it. And
I think we all have, right?
Yes.
When you
get nervous.
Yes, you see it. And now, I'll rehearse, with some of my girlfriends that, we support each other in pageantry, or I'll post something on social media and they're just like, wow, you're just killing it. The only difference is the confidence and the practice.
That is
exactly.
Correct. Practice makes perfect.
Yes.
And we need to practice and practice and practice. Even when you think you have it, you still need to practice.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Always. Gosh, that's great. That is great. I mean, great for the public to hear because, you know, a lot of times they don't know what you girls go through, to be honest.
I think, and one of the another things that I wanted to add is going through a pageant, besides, you know, like what you just said, which is huge, right? Like gives the women the opportunity to get out of their comfort zone and kind of like explode their feminism.
That is correct.
And to also, you know, like put yourself out there to be an ambassador. And that's what I wanted to do. When I competed, I had in mind, I want to represent my country, which I did. And I was so happy when I won because I thought of, this is also a win for my country. We want to promote it. We're ambassadors.
That's correct.
So,
that is exactly what you are.
Yeah. So that was the feeling that I got when I won. And that was the feeling that I carry on through the time that I was the title holder. And that time, I think the most special part was like working with the organizations, working with the people, trying to, again, keep connecting with more people from our community and also to bring more awareness of things that probably some other people didn't know about it.
Exactly.
And
absolutely.
that, yes, you use a lot of social media to do that because it's like a great way to showcase those things and it's free, of course.
Yeah.
So it helps both ways because you help the organization also to present some content that is great for the platform, but also because you're helping the community. So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
And you get to network. You network
Yes.
with many businesses, many other women out there that are professionals, like-minded, like yourself. I mean, I think that's a win in itself.
Yes.
I love it just to be able to network with many people out there. And when we get into these networking events that are phenomenal, some great women out there. I mean, it's stunning.
Yes.
Stunning.
You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who's
know.
the next person that probably is going to make an impact in your life or that is going to take you to the next step that you
didn't think you could make,
for.
and she was right there in the room with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's happened many times.
Yes.
And so that way, you should always just, I feel like networking with many women out there is like, to me, has been the best for me. That's why I network so much. It's helped me in a way to, like you couldn't imagine, to grow in my business. It's helped my business grow in many ways. I have many of you. Let's talk about how it's helped you guys.
Absolutely. And sorry if I go first, but I have met you since the contest because Jackie was part of the members of the jury, or she was one of the judges at the pageant. So I met her, and I think we clicked or connected from the first time. And then after that, we attended some events that you organized here at the HCI, and I had the opportunity to actually, even currently, to start a treatment with you. So I'm very appreciative of you for all the knowledge that you have shared about the business that you're working on. And something, just a little bit so you guys know, I had for a while, and I just now taking care of that, some hair loss. So
tell the public what type of hair loss and when.
Very, very tough to say because when you start working like or doing some beauty things, right? You want to look good. Of course, you have to present yourself in a nice way, and having hair loss is definitely something that you have to take care of. That's something that you shouldn't just wait. And I think I have waited too long so far. It's just at home, like I can see it all over the floors, and I'm just like cringing because I'm like, no, I hate this, and I just want to feel myself comfortable. I feel like my hair has thinner with the time, like I have lost a lot, I feel. And I know that it's normal that you lose your hair, regularly, as all human beings we do. But you can see it. I mean, I can see it definitely, like in my hairbrush. I can see it all over my house. And it's something that is more than being uncomfortable. It's just taking a toll because then, for example, when I do my hair, I can see, there's some spots that probably...
that you didn't have before.
Yes.
The volume's no longer there.
Correct.
But it all started for her 2020.
Yeah.
And of course, that's been 3 years ago. That's when she first experienced this. And I think you, Melina, as well. But, and it's a big ordeal for many women out there. If you had COVID and you didn't do anything about it, guess what? It doesn't stop. You're going to continue your hair loss. Maybe not as much as you and her have different types of hair loss, but you did experience it after the COVID.
Yeah.
Many had hair loss and continue to have it. If you don't do anything about it, guess what's going to happen? And what happens is we get older and older and older. And the older we get, it doesn't get any better, ladies. It continues. So if you're not doing a treatment like you currently are,
Yes.
the treatments actually slow down the process. So that's the great thing. You don't want to continue to lose anymore. And she was experiencing that during the COVID and so on.
Yeah.
And now we're getting better now that she's doing treatments.
Yes, I mean, and it's so fabulous because you can barely, I cannot feel it. It's a laser treatment. So whenever you are under the machine, it's like basically you're getting like a massage in your scalp. And it's basically helping you to
stimulate the blood
Yes.
flow so actually creates healthy hair growth.
correct. So at first I thought, am I gonna feel something? But it was just like very natural. Like
Natural, nothing.
And you can read while you're doing it. It's probably about like 30 minutes that I'm doing it like 2 days a week. So I feel like better in a way that I am like taking care of this issue that I've been having.
That's right.
And of course, towards the goal that not losing the
Not
hair.
losing
Yeah.
anymore. Because the last thing
Yes.
you want is if you didn't do anything, guess what happens? You can continue to lose and
Correct.
lose. You don't want that. You have gorgeous hair.
Thank you.
And such a beautiful woman. You definitely don't want to lose anymore. And this is going to slow down the process.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I'm so glad that you're enjoying the treatment. I think you're on your 1 month, right?
Yes. Well, I took 2 weeks off.
She took 2 weeks off, but we got to get back in it. Remember, guys.
Yes.
In this, with everything, any treatment out here that anybody offers, not only our company, but any treatment, it takes consistency.
Correct.
You must be consistent in order to see whether it's shampoo, whether it's a product, anything. If you're not consistent with anything, guess what happens? It reverts back. So you have to be consistent. So you didn't lost 2 weeks. Guess what? You get back in it, and we're back on the roll. Because we don't want to lose anymore.
Correct.
Because we're going at an uphill where we keep getting older and older and older, and guess what? We still continue to lose, but we're going to slow that process down. And that's what that does. Why don't you tell us a little bit of how you feel with it?
Yeah, so I think especially with hair loss, I think women in particular feel this sense of embarrassment.
Yes.
And me in particular, are in denial for a long time because you hear, oh, you lose, a certain amount of hair every day and it's not that big a deal. And so you're just like,
It's
I'm
normal.
fine. It's the regular amount. Like, oh, my hair was in braids. Like, it's okay. And it wasn't until I was getting my hair done and the lady that was doing my hair was like, hey, I think you should put less shampoo in your hair. And I was like,
Really?
why? And she's like, well, I can just sense that there's a little bit of thinning up here, and maybe it's like your shampoo. Maybe you're putting on too much shampoo. And I knew that I wasn't. Because I knew that I was subconsciously afraid that I was losing hair, so I was doing less shampoo. I was doing all of the internet tricks and on TikTok and Instagram, following all the gurus and all the different things about all the serums.
Things.
Yes, all the scalp scrubs, all of it.
Can't always follow all those.
Yeah. So I was like, I know that I'm not doing that. So if she sees it, there's a problem. So I didn't know what to do at that point. I felt a little hopeless. And then a few weeks later, I met you at a networking event.
That's right.
And you shared with me what you do. And honestly, I kind of stalked you a little bit on Instagram.
That's good.
Yes, and I looked at your website and I was like, okay, is this legit? Because you try so many things and you want it to work so bad.
Right.
And you just don't want to be disappointed, honestly.
That's correct.
And when you invest money in something, you want to at least know that you're making a wise decision. Because with everything, there's risk. You never know what the results are going to be. But for me, I had invested so much money in hair products before that I was like, okay, so if I'm going to spend more there has to be a reason why I'm spending more on this.
Yeah.
So I looked at the research that she has on her website. It's I think it's there. It's phenomenal. A really good, easy read for someone that has never gone that deep into hair research. You did an excellent job of posting and sharing content that is easy for beginners to follow and sourcing.
I'm glad.
Yes, great job on that. So then I finally came in and we did a consultation. And during the
Which is free.
Yes, which love that. And you were just honest with me, and you were kind, and I think I felt safe. And you were upfront about this is the results, this is what I can say, but everyone is different. And you just gave a recommendation, and I felt no pressure at all. Yes. And so I decided to go with the laser treatments as well, and I also purchased a shampoo as well that you carry here. And I was like, okay, well, I've tried everything else. Let's try this. And so I'm trying it, and it doesn't hurt. It feels awesome. I catch up on my social media when I'm here. It's great. The ladies, everyone here is so friendly, and so eventually I started seeing and feeling that my hair was getting healthier. Yeah. But then you don't know. You feel like, is this a placebo? Yes, you're like, am I just like making this up or whatever?
So the quality of your hair also changes the texture.
Yes.
It starts feeling better.
Yes.
It's not only the hair growth to stimulate, but the quality of your hair also feels better.
Yes. So then one day I'm just doing my hair and my husband walks behind me and says, your hair looks fuller.
Yeah.
And I just like, say that again. And he's like, your hair looks fuller. And my husband says this, I'm like, oh my gosh, they must be very noticeable.
Yeah, he notices, because for men sometimes it's difficult to notice.
They don't notice. Sometimes he doesn't notice things. I'm like, oh, did you see? So he said it completely unprovoked, and he noticed it, and I was like, oh my goodness, like it's working.
It's working.
And then the next day I went out to another networking event, and I had multiple girls compliment me on my hair and say like, oh, like your hair, like what are you doing to it, da-da-da. And so I just I feel confident, and I was like, well, I was balding and now I'm not. Own what you are.
That's
because
right.
There's so many women out there. What I've realized is there's so many women out there that are probably just like me.
Absolutely.
And they're
we
afraid.
need to let them know.
Yeah, that there are other ways to go about it. You maybe might not see the same results. You might have even better results than what I had.
Absolutely.
I'm only a month in, but I'm super excited. And if not, I know that I'm at least slowing the process down.
That is correct.
And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to at least slow it down, and I wanted to at least say that I, prioritized myself, and I took the time to take care of my body and treat my body like a temple. And instead of investing, that money into, an $8 cup of coffee, I'm investing it in my long-term hair care. And to me, that's putting money in a more valuable source for me.
Into you, absolutely, yes. Which is very important.
Yeah.
That's great. That is a great testimonial, 2 great testimonials for laser treatment. Slow level laser, which is doing great, not only for the hair growth, but also for the quality of your hair. And both ladies are experiencing great results out of it, right?
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Awesome. Another thing, ladies, why don't we talk about...
I just noticed this.
Yes.
I mean, I noticed this when we walked in, and then I was smelling it. It smells very good.
Yeah.
And so another thing that I also have experienced, through time, is some itching in my hair.
Yes.
In my scalp, sorry. And
this is the
sometimes it's just annoying because people are going to think, do I have lice or something?
Yeah, no.
But it's not that. It's just like... You have dry skin,
dry scalp, psoriasis. It could be many different things.
So many different things. And I was reading that this is actually refreshes your scalp and helps for the itchiness. So I cannot wait to try it. It smells so good.
Yes, it's like a eucalyptus kind of minty smell, which I love. Which is so
You
good.
guys must try. So it's our new product line. Yeah. We have a whole array of products that we're coming out with.
Okay.
Our own brand. And that is actually the best product when you have itchiness, when you feel like, sometimes you buy shampoo and you think like, is it really clean? You almost have to wash it twice.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe get a clarifying shampoo, because sometimes you think, did I really wash it really, really well? In order to actually get the right shampoo, you must have the right shampoo for your scalp and then one for your hair. Why? Because if you have hair loss, you need a shampoo for your actual scalp. That's where you're creating the hair loss. And the moisture, your hair is dry, so you need a moisturizing shampoo. But you can't do a hair loss on your dry hair, correct?
Yeah.
So many people don't know that. They use one product
Yes,
for
and
your
that's
whole
it.
head, and that's
Yeah.
incorrect. Same with this. This is like the best. That's why we're creating our own line, so you guys look firsthand get to see it.
How could you apply it though? Like this one could go first, like straight in
So-
your scalp, and then this one just
Right.
like a spray.
Yes. So it would be this one first. You would actually wet your hair when you're in the shower. Once you have your hair wet, you actually then get this and actually put it right. Going back, you have to be careful because this is a minty. So alcohol based a little bit to actually lift some of the natural oils that create blockage to your own hair follicles. You have to be careful with that.
And you don't need to wash it off.
You do wash it.
You do?
You wash it. Then after you apply it, then you proceed with your shampoos.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like first step,
Yes.
then shampoo,
Your
like the regular shampoo.
Then your conditioner, and
Okay.
then you can follow with any creams or leave-ins that you normally would use.
Got it.
Absolutely. So yeah, I wanted to get your input on our new product line.
Yes.
What do you think? The design.
Oh, I love the design. You know, red and black.
Yes.
Ladies with the
We
brown.
came all HCI team.
Yes, we're Team HCI all day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming for Team HCI. We love it.
It looks great. I mean, the design is beautiful. Like you can see what it is for, like the purpose.
The purpose behind
Yes.
it. Absolutely. We're very, very, very like clean about it. Has clean line and specific on what the product actually is.
So what would you say for someone that wants to take better care of their hair? What does this product line have that maybe they can't get in a Walmart or a Target? What sets your line apart from something that they can pick up in a drugstore?
Absolutely. Well, for one, you're not going to get something that's actually going to clean your scalp prior to actually putting your shampoo. And this actually has, some of our products don't have all the components that you would, we have a lot of the components together. We worked with a chemist to actually be able to put your collagen. I mean, because not every, you have to buy collagen and biotin and all those products separate. Well, we have them together.
Okay.
And that's what we worked with our chemists to be able to put all those products together so it can work for your hair. And not every shampoo is for everybody. We need to make sure that you have a moisturizing shampoo. She may need something different,
Yeah.
you know, maybe to treat oily hair.
Yeah.
She looks like she would go more oily where you may go a little more drier.
Yeah.
So you can't, so we have combination.
No.
Okay.
So you have like one special for.
For difference.
Okay.
Yeah, because you both can't use the same shampoo.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be right. So I don't want you to go out to the grocery store or to any other stores, wherever you may go. Won't say any names. But you need to really research, because a lot of people go to the store and they say, oh, moisturizing shampoo. That's the one I need. But are you really needing a moisturizer?
Yeah.
Oily scalp, dandruff. So you need to make sure that it's the right shampoo for you. First of all, you need to make sure that you have the right for your scalp, and then your hair afterwards. So you almost need two shampoos, and we have an array of shampoos because you need the one for your scalp. If you're not losing any hair, that's great. But if you're losing hair, then you need your one for hair loss, and then your actual moisturizing or your something for more oily scalp or dandruff or anything like that.
So, I said earlier I learned a lot about hair care on social media.
Yes.
So, on social media, especially for curly-haired girls, people say,
Yes.
you know, no sulfates, no parabens,
right.
all of that stuff.
That's
So,
right.
do your products
Yes.
have, are they silicone-free, sulfate-free,
Yes,
or
they
what is it?
are sulfate-free for sure. Because not only do we want the consumers to buy them, but we also have it for our clients that actually have hair extensions, which those you have to be very careful with, right? And as well as hair replacement wears. So that's why I need them. Absolutely.
I think also what you bring to the table, like with your products and your expertise, is like to actually give your customers or the people that needs you give them the advice that they need.
Yeah.
I mean, you are basically giving us a product that it's tailored to their needs.
To their need. I'm here for you guys, because not this product or this product, because we have several, can work. I can't give you all of these products just for you. I have to make sure that it works for you. What works for you is definitely not going to work for her. And that's why we need to have multiple products. But the right products, that is.
Yeah.
Great job.
That's awesome.
So thank you for keeping me posted on how you like our products, because I'm going to give you a whole line of our products for being our guest.
Oh.
And I want you to tell us all about it and your experience, and then next time you can let the public know about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I'd love to come back. I had so much fun.
It is just like a great time to catch up.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yes.
to share what
share.
we've been going through, or just like our experiences, like you said, like
Yeah.
our testimonial. So
Testimonials, experiences, and not only that, ladies, but it's also good for someone else out there that's going through the same thing you guys
Yes.
are, or maybe they have questions, doubts, right? Doubts, maybe they wanted to do something that you were in. Doubts about their hair. Maybe it's something that they didn't want to get into the pageant world or the modeling world because they have hair thinning, or because maybe they were a little insecure about their weight. And this is why I like to talk about this, so that the public can hear us.
Now, I can tell you something. Before we met, when I actually decided to come here and do the treatment, I was this close to shop my hair.
Look at that! You
Yeah.
want to
To
cut
cut
yourself.
it. And
Gorgeous
to
hair.
Either I was gonna do either that one. I know that it's very just abrupt, the decision, but I was like thinking something very radical because I was just desperate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And look, and you didn't have to. And
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I feel like God brought us together for those reasons. Because look, you both have gorgeous hair. I love long hair.
Yeah.
So when she was experiencing that hair loss, I was like, oh no, you must
Yes.
come see me. You
Yes.
must come see me. And look,
And I felt so guilty because I've been knowing you for so long. So I felt like, why didn't I do this before? But it's good to do it.
timing.
Yeah.
Timing.
It's good to do it and to take care of that before it's too late. Because,
That's right.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about it,
Yes.
just do it.
Go ahead.
Just do it now, because honestly, time is not on your side with this.
It's not.
It's not. It only gets worse as time passes. So the sooner you get a jump on it, the better your results are going to be.
That is
and
correct.
the more you'll learn too about what's particular to you and how to better take care of yourself. And that knowledge is invaluable. And so if you're thinking about it, or if you've ever had a negative experience, or if this is popping across your feed for the first time, this is not accidental. It's time to make a move.
To make a move,
Yes.
because you don't want to get to the point where you've lost it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now there's other solutions for that. But I mean, at the end, I want you to keep your hair. So
Yeah.
Right.
it's very important to start ahead, early.
Yeah.
Don't wait till the last minute till you have no hair.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to meet Jackie.
That's
Yeah,
right.
which is a bonus.
She's awesome. Like, it's just like you have a great personality. Plus, you care about
Yeah.
the people that you are seeing. So, I think you are all in great hands.
Yes.
And this is your your sign to actually make a decision.
Yeah.
and
right.
do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, so much for being part of the HCI podcast. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart.
We love
Love
you
you
too. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Now, where can they follow you? Where can our audience follow you?
Absolutely. So you can follow me as Summer. Mine is a little bit weird, but Summer. I love the summertime. Summer_LUCITA. Lucita. So
Summer Lucita,
that's how you
and
can find me on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yep.
Perfect.
And you can follow me I'm on almost everything. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, on melina.thomas or melinathomas277 on TikTok. I'm also, my book is going to be releasing at the end of this year, Melina
What's the
Thomas.
name?
So the title of my book is called Past the Bubbly, and it's all about sharing positivity and love and healthy habits instead of what I feel society is pushing on us to share with each other, which is...
I think that's a great book. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Plus,
I'm excited.
when you get to follow her, you're going to see she transmits a lot of that positivity.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great energy.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, we have great energy in here.
I know.
Gosh,
Feels
great
nice.
vibes.
Yes. The girlies are here for the vibes.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, so thank you so much for having us. We always have a great time whenever we get together.
Yes.
So thank you for all you're doing and for sharing, your information and giving back, because knowledge is power.
That's
and
right.
so we appreciate you.
And thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.